Hi card making friends, it's Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Distress Oxide Ink Techniques Easy Layering Backgrounds number 4. And I'm going to be playing with the Halloween basics and dies from Simon Says Stamps. And we're going to make a couple of really simple but really cute Halloween cards today using some ink blending. I'm going to be working on the craft tacky mat, and I'm going to show you why as we get into the ink blending. And I am adding a piece of Hammermill cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's the bright white 100. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking a pencil and I'm going to set up where this really cool bat stamp is going to weave itself around my card, and I'm going to make little pencil marks because I want to have like a shiny moon in the center of it. So just a couple of marks. Make sure they're nice and light because we're going to erase them. Okay, time to blend. Colors I'm using: mustard seed, dried marigold, picked raspberry, villainous potion, blueprint sketch. Obviously starting off with mustard seed, and I'm going to do my little moon in between those pencil lines that I created. Once you have your yellow down, you want to take a sand eraser and just erase those two little marks that you made. That's why we suggested not to make them too dark. Moving on to the second color, and we're going to do a halo around the yellow with dried marigold. And dried marigold is kind of the, it's the bridge between the yellow and the pink. Okay. You could overlap them. You're going to get a little bit brighter of an orange. Moving on to the picked raspberry, that's our third color. And you'll see I'm working in a circle. And this is where it gets really convenient to be working with a crafty mat because I can turn it. And it's a little square. It's got a little bit of excess on all of the sides. So it's the perfect size for an A2 card. And it gives you something to hold on to at the same time without getting your fingers all inky. And it's just sticky enough to hold that paper down. Okay, I'm going back in and blending the line a little bit with the dried marigold. That's creating kind of a halo around the bright yellow. I wanted to just lighten it up a little bit. Okay, so moving on to the purple, the villainous potion. And again, we're arching around our circle, holding on to the craft tacky mat. And now I'm going to use a dry cloth so that I don't get my fingers inky. Okay, and just working my way all the way around. This is a microfiber cloth from Simon Says Stamps, and I do quite like it because it's black, so it doesn't show all the ink and dirt. And they're really, really easy to wash. I've got like 2 or 3 of them on the go right now. And wash day, the final wash, we just throw them all in together. Okay, blending in my purple. There's going to be one more color, so don't worry about the very, very outside edge too much because that's going to be in the dark blue. But I do find with Distress Oxide inks that doing 2 layers of the ink blending really does help to smooth it out, and it blends the lines together when you're changing colors. So as you can see, I'm working my way back around, and I'm going to clean off my craft tacky mat with my fiber cloth. Okay, and I'm turning that to the inside so I don't transfer any of the ink. And then I'm coming in with the final blue, which again is the blueprint sketch. Okay, and this is just the very, very, very outside edge. It's just kind of creating the shadow around the outside of the sky, shall we say. Okay. And these are super, super flat cards. You know, it's 2 layers flat, and then the sentiment or the little ghost is just going to be popped up with foam squares, so there won't be any extra postage when you mail these out. Okay, so I'm coming back in with the purple, working my way back around. You'll notice I'm going in reverse this time. I like to ink blend with my brushes going both ways. I find that I get really good coverage doing that. Okay, so back in with the pink. This is helping to blend my seams. And I'm also pouncing off on the paper before I go to my art piece because I don't want that big blob that happens. I got a little bit of the darker color ink into the center of my moon. So the nice part about Distress Oxide inks is they're opaque, so you can just add a layer and cover it up. Okay, There we go. We just peel that back and we're done. And you can take that craft sticky mat and you can just run water on it and all of that ink will disappear. Okay, so we want to dry our ink before we do the next step. So I'm just using a heat tool to do that. And I'm going to be putting it into my splat box. And funny thing, I watched a Tim Holtz video last weekend and I found out that I was using my splat box wrong. I've always put the flat side down on my table and I always have lots of splatter up behind where I'm going because it's not very high. If you turn it this way, you have a nice high back and the splatter doesn't go all over your work surface. Who knew? Okay, I'm using the Pawsitively Perfect White Splatter Medium from Simon Says Stamps. This stuff is great. It's all pre-mixed already. I like to shake the bottle up, and then I use a skinny fan brush and pick up just a little bit on the tip. There you go, just like that. And then I do my splatting. And I'm going to do a little bit of heavy splatting for this one. I've got lots of dark colors going on here, so I want some of those big spots. Now you want to make sure that this is going to be dry before you do the final stamping. Otherwise the white paint is going to transfer to the stamp and it's going to mess up the black that we're going to be stamping the bats in. So just use your heat tool and give it a quick dry. So I'm going to place this into my MISTI because just in case I have to stamp it twice, I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne Black ink. It is my favorite. It is super black. You want to make sure when you buy it that you buy the refill because you want to keep this thing nice and juicy. Okay, so I got everything in there. I'm showing you my ink pads. There are two. This is my old one on the right, and they've changed the label to the one on the left. It goes the other direction. Okay, I've just inked up my old one, so I know it's nice and juicy. And I'm going to give that a good ink and then press it down. And I'm going to end up doing this twice because I did have one white spot that was not quite dry and the black ink picked up the white paint. So we're just going to give it a second go. Normally you don't have to. Okay, right in there I picked up a couple of white blobs. Okay, so just giving that another good push. And voila, we have bats. Okay, so while we have this all out here, I'm going to do the sentiment at the same time. So I'm just cleaning off my stamp. I'm going to remove my art piece from my MISTI. And I have a scrap of white that I've been working with sentiments. I'm just going to pop that in there and grab a sentiment. Again, we're playing with the Halloween Basics and Dies from Simon Says Stamps. Great holiday stamps for Halloween. And again, the VersaFine Clair Nocturne Black ink. Super black. Okay, so make sure you dry it because you're going to have to die cut it. And I learned the hard way that it takes 5 or 10 minutes for this ink to dry. And it transfers with the cutting pads in your die cutting machine if you don't make sure that it's good and dry. Okay, and if your bats are still shiny, you want to dry them as well. So just take your heat tool to both of them, and I'm just showing you, there's my transfer from my last one. Nice black ink. Okay, we're going to put our card together. I like to use the top left-hand corner of my Score Buddy, my Score Pal. I've got my top folding A2 sized card base up there. It's a white one. And then I'm adding Terrific tape to the back of my art piece. And peeling off the protective covers. I like this stuff. It's nice and strong, but it's easy to tear. And it keeps everything nice and flat, and it makes your cards look nice and professional when you're all finished. And that's what we want, right? Okay, so wedge that up into the corner over top of your card base and then gently lay it down. I don't like to rub on the good side. I like to do it upside down on my work surface just in case something's not dry. Okay, and the Spellbinders No Stick Scissors, the large ones, are really super for getting rid of any edges that you have if you've got a little bit of your card base hanging out. Okay. Now I'm ready to add the sentiment. And while I was working on this, I thought it might be fun to do some pumpkin or some ghosts. So the My Boo stamp and die set, I had a bunch left over from some cards that I made, and I'll show you those in a second. And so what I did was I went through with these extra pieces and I just auditioned each one of these little goblins to see which one I think that I would like in the center of this card. And I went through all of them, and I think I finally decided that this little guy with the little bat wings was my favorite. He kind of goes with the bats that are circling around. But I gave everything a second chance, thinking, which one? But it is this one. I'm going with this one. I didn't want the pumpkin because of the orange. Okay, so I'm going to use these foam squares from Simon Says Stamps. I'm just showing you there's two colors. And what I also like to do is take my non-stick scissors and cut them in half. I make an awful lot of cards, so cutting these in half, they go twice as far and they work just as well. Plus they get into all the little tiny places like on the back of your sentiments and stuff where a square doesn't quite fit. Okay, so we are ready to put this card together. I'm just, again, removing the release paper from the back, and then I'm going to pop it down here and try and get the sentiment straight. I am terrible at getting sentiment straight. I have a T-ruler, I just don't like using it. I'd rather tear it off 2 or 3 times, wreck my background, but finally get my background straight. Or my sentiment straight. Silly, I know. And I didn't get it quite straight, so I have to fiddle with it again. Okay, there we go. There's my 2 cards. Distress Oxide Techniques, Easy Layered Backgrounds. Okay, so back to these other ones. Here are the 2 cards that I created a bit ago with the My Boo stamp set, and you can find all the details on my blog for those 2. I'll try and remember to link to that blog post in the comments underneath the video. So there you go. There's my 2 little spooky cards for Halloween with these pretty and easy ink blended backgrounds. Everything I used today is linked underneath this video, and there's also a link over to my blog for the supply list and the cutting instructions. So I hope you'll give this card a try. Until next time, toodles!